Hello, hello. Mary Farias here with your 5 minutes is better than nothing of personal development. We're studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. If you've been with me so far, the last 26 days, including today, we're into the second chapter of the book. So I hope you're with me and continue to do this because 5 minutes really is better than nothing. And honestly, it's 26 more pages than you would have read if you didn't even start, right? So here is my timer. We're going to start on page 56. The world is filled with an abundance of opportunity, which the dreamers of the past never knew. A burning desire to be and to do is the starting point from which the dreamer must take off. Dreams are not born of indifference, laziness, or lack of ambition. The world no longer scoffs at the dreamer, nor calls him impractical. If you think it does, take a trip to Tennessee and witness what a dreamer president has done in the way of harnessing and using the great water power of America. A score of years ago, such a dream would have seemed like madness. You have been disappointed. You have undergone defeat during the Depression. You have felt the great heart within you crushed until it bled. Take courage, for these experiences have tempered the spiritual metal of which you are made. They are assets of incomparable value. Remember, too, that all who succeed in life get off to a bad start and pass through many heartbreaking struggles before they, quote, arrive. The turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at the moment of some crisis through which they are introduced to their other selves. John Bunyan wrote The Pilgrim's Progress, which is among the finest of all literature after he had been confined in prison and sorely punished because of his views on the subject of religion. O. Henry discovered the genius which slept within his brain after he had met with great misfortune and was confined to a prison cell in Columbus, Ohio, being forced through misfortune to become acquainted with his other self and to use his imagination. He discovered himself to be a great author instead of a miserable criminal and outcast. Strange and varied are the ways of life, and stranger still are the ways of infinite intelligence, through which men are sometimes forced to undergo all sorts of punishment before discovering their own brains and their own capacity to create useful ideas through imagination. Isn't that wonderful? He says, there is an abundance of opportunity which the dreamers of the past never knew. We have so many more opportunities welcome to us that people who achieved so much in the past never understood, never could even contemplate. We have such a wonderful time. We're in the best time because we are so far advanced. A burning desire to be and to do is the starting point from which the dreamer must take off. We have to use our imagination and begin to fathom ideas and things and places that we've never seen before. We have to go beyond our five senses and engage our imagination in order to see something different in our lives, right? He says, remember too, that all who succeed in life get off to a bad start. Yeah, I've read somewhere where it says overnight successes are 10 years in the making, right? And that is because it takes all this experience and hardship and failure and correction and moving forward in order to create and become the person that is the overnight success, right? He talks about the fact that John Bunyan was confined to a prison cell and wrote Pilgrim's Progress. And O. Henry, same thing. And you know what? Our daughter Lola is named after an O. Henry character, Lola. And her middle name is Ray, and that was the middle name of one of the O. Henry characters. Isn't that cool? Viktor Frankl. He was a Jew in the Nazi concentration camps. He wrote Man's Search for Meaning, and he found that under all this duress that he was going through, that the only thing that he had complete control of was his mind, right? And so he provided all of that information to us because he went through those terrible experiences and came out on top. Bankruptcy. So many people hit bankruptcy before they become a success. So don't be discouraged by failure. It is the way we learn and we fail forward. So welcome failure, because then you know that that's not the way to do it, right? And you become a bigger person and you tap into that infinite intelligence within you and that other self that he talks about. There is someone deep inside of you that is screaming to get out. So start listening. Have a great day.